In this video, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to make good YouTube videos with just your smartphone. Everything you need from how to record, how to edit, and how to actually upload your YouTube videos with just your phone. And I'm going to walk you through everything step by step. I'm also going to show you how I do mine. For example, this particular video right now, I'm actually recording it with a phone, and this is another phone in my hand. Well, this phone is actually just a backup phone. Anyway, this is the main camera, but we are going to see exactly how I do this with just my phone. Everything from start to finish. Let's get into that. Hello and welcome to Audacity to Lead TV. I am Daya Samuel, and this is where we give you the courage and the necessary insights to lead with more influence. Now, if this is your first time here, and perhaps this may even be the first video on the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you can always receive content just like this. We intend to do a lot of interviews. We intend to get into a lot of conversations that surround business and marketing. And this is that channel for you if you are a service-based entrepreneur. With that said, let's get into the tutorial right away. Okay, so first things first, before we get to record, before we edit, and before we upload, the first thing you need to do is to get a place that you will do your recording from. So getting a place to do your recording from basically means that you find a place, whether in your house, in your office, or maybe in your studio. Get a place that you will always make your videos from. That is the first thing you need to have. What I mean by that is so that whenever you want to record, it's easy for you to just get into that zone and then get your videos recorded. Of course, because you are going to be using your phone, it's easier for you to quickly set up. There's no plenty preambles to do before you actually get set up. Because so for me, this is where I do my recordings from. Oh, hi. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to make good YouTube videos with just your mobile phone. From start to finish, everything you need to be able to actually record, whether it is audio, whether it is video, this is where I do all of them from. Second thing you need to do before you actually start recording is to get sufficient lighting. And when I say lighting, I mean, imagine what it feels like to actually watch a video where everything is just dark. You basically cannot see what's going on. For example, look at this video right now. Okay, so look at me right now. This is me recording this video right inside a dark room. Of course, as you can see, light is coming in from an angle. That's why you can see my silhouette, isn't it? Now, here is also a dark room. This is a dark recording condition right now. But as you can see, even though it is dark, you can still see me, but not as clearly as it should be, isn't it? In fact, if you observe, I'm actually moving around right now because there's no sufficient light. It tends to be wobbly, kind of. So when you are recording, ensure you have sufficient light. Come back on. This is the light that I use for my own video set. You can see this, and it has two filters, which is a white filter, let's say an orange filter, kind of adjust the way the light directly hits my face. Now this is my main light, and this is the second light that I use as backup. The idea is that if I stand in front of this light, I don't get to have shadows at my background. So that's why this light up here is there to actually help me bounce out the shadow. But of course, you don't have to go all this way to actually set up. So what if you don't actually have the budget for lighting? You don't have the budget to get any studio light, or you don't have the budget to even get any external light like I was using. How else can you actually do your videos? Well, you can actually stay beside your window, just as I am doing it right now. You can stay beside your window and ensure that there's sufficient light coming in through the window, and then you stay by the window just as I am doing right now. So you can see this is basically me just by the window here, and you can go ahead and do your video. So that way you have sufficient light coming in. But what if there's no special room in your house that you can use and you still need to produce good videos for YouTube? Well, here's a simple thing you can do. You can basically come outside your house to where you know that there's no direct sunlight. So for example, if I go under the sun like this, you can see that my face is kind of white out because there is too much of direct sunlight. So you can come to where there's shadow and there's still sufficient light, and you can basically just go ahead and do your recording. So I'm doing this right in front of my door, but what you need to do is to get a very good angle that makes you the object and the subject of the video rather than letting a lot of background things distract you. So let's go back inside. And you can still come inside and have. So I'm going to close back my window, turn on the studio light, try and fix my phone back on the stand. Of course, when you want to do your recording, you will need to put your phone on something that can hold it so that you can have something to hold your phone with. Now, this is the stand that I got. So this allows me to clip my phone in here like this. This is a tripod stand. This one is a tripod stand that allows me to put my on the it like that so that I can actually have it stand up. And this right here is the mic that came with the device, as you can see here. This mic goes here, and then this plugged to the phone, and then you turn on your camera, so you can see here and you can see here, so you can switch and you can turn it around any direction you want. Okay, and for the tripod, this is what I use when I'm recording in front of my laptop. This is the direction if you are putting it on a tabletop and looking at your phone directly. This is how it looks like. Now, I need to also mention here that when you are recording with your phone, it's important to look at your lens rather than looking at your phone. So when I'm looking at my phone right now, this is me looking at my phone. You can see that it looks like I'm distracted. But when I look at the lens back, you can see that this is what I am looking at. So it looks as if I am looking directly at you. And this also works in such a way that it helps you to actually overcome shyness, in the sense that it helps you to become less aware of yourself. You are rather not looking at the camera and seeing how you are doing your body and all that, which already makes you feel like you are looking away from the person you are talking to. And then you are looking at your lens, which makes you feel as if you are talking to a person directly, just as I am talking to you right now. So do you get it? This is how to talk to somebody on camera. You look at the lens, not the camera. If you look at the screen of your phone, you'll be looking away. You'll not be talking directly to that person. But when you look at the lens, it feels as if I am talking to you right now. Do you understand? So that's what I'm saying. And the next thing you need to also do before you actually start recording is to clean your camera lens. All you need is a tissue, and then you pick your phone, and then you actually clean the lens of your camera. Now, a lot of times, because we put our phones to our ears when we make calls, or sometimes the touch of your skin, sometimes it damps the clarity of your camera. So ensure you clean your camera before you actually record. And yes, the other part that you also need to be aware of is when you want to do your recording, it's very important that you record in a landscape mode and not portrait mode. Here's what I mean. This is what it feels like to record a video on a portrait mode rather than a landscape mode. Now, when you record videos like this, you can record it for other platforms rather than on YouTube. Of course, on YouTube, our eyes kind of see things from two different angles rather than a midpoint like this. Even if you record your videos like this, YouTube will automatically adjust it and put a background behind it so that people can actually watch it on a landscape mode. Now that we've looked at the preambles, we've looked at everything you need to set up before you actually start recording, how do you then go ahead and do your recording? Now, as a recommendation, I usually don't use the camera app to do my recording. That is because I found that the camera app does not give me a lot of flexibility to adjust a lot of things when I want to do my recording. So I usually move into other apps. And if you're using an Android phone, here are a couple of apps that you can use. Number one app that I'm going to recommend is called Open Camera, and this is a free app that you can find on Google Play Store. So when it comes to using Open Camera, basically you have the opportunity to lock down settings to adjust the brightness, adjust the darkness. This is exposure compensation, so you can adjust exposure here, and if you want to lock your exposure, you basically lock it that way. And then you can also adjust focus. So if you want to set focus, you can click on this option here and then drag it out. You can choose autofocus, or you can choose focus infinity, or you can choose macro focus, or you can choose lock focus. So it locks your focus down. So you can see here, you can choose focus infinity. And if I choose macro focus, you can see right now that it's clearer. If I choose autofocus, you can see that it's adjusting itself. So basically what Open Camera allows you to do is to capture your video in a way that you have full control. You can adjust everything you need to adjust in order to make it work. So that is how Open Camera works. The second camera that I'm going to recommend is called Camera MX. And Camera MX is a lot similar to Open Camera, just that there's a slight difference in how it works. Let me show you what I mean. Camera MX right here, and you can see how Camera MX works. So this is, you can flip it right here. It switches back to you, and you can switch it back to the back camera. Now I'm going to let it focus on me, but then usually with a camera with an app like this, when you are recording with your phone, usually the back camera has the highest quality of video that you can capture. So a lot of times you will need to switch between the back and the front. Now, when I am doing my own recording, I usually use the front camera. Of course, that's because I have sufficient light. But in your own case, choose what will work for you. So I'm going to switch back to back camera, and then you can see here, this is HDR here. You find more options here. So you have photo resolution, you have 4K video, you have this, you have 120, 480, 4K. So you can choose any of that. All of these, you can make all these settings happen right about here. The phone, maybe that's why. So here you find this is shutter, this is light and all that. So basically walk around. Now HDR means high definition resolution, something like that. And this is where you have the effects. So this also has effect, which is a lot different from Open Camera. This is where you adjust the exposure and the darkness. This is where you adjust the exposure. So the third app that you can use as well to capture your video is Gcam. And Gcam simply means Google Camera. Now Gcam, if you check your Play Store, you might not be able to find Gcam in your Play Store. In fact, I'm actually going to go to Play Store right now and type Gcam on this particular device. So you see, you can only find Gcam tool. You might not be able to find Gcam itself. Now what that means is that Gcam itself is not available for download. So the way to find it will be to Google to find Gcam. You can download it from any of the APK sites where they keep app installation files. So you can download that and install. This is Gcam here. You can see this is Gcam here, and this is camera, this is portrait. So once you switch to something that is not working on your phone, you basically see it's going to just show you an icon. So now that we've talked about how to record, we've talked about all the apps that you need to actually do your recording, let's talk about how to edit. And I'm going to just recommend two basic apps here. One is free, while one is a kind of a premium version. But the premium version, you can use it, only that it will have logo on it. And then to remove the logo is just about maybe less than 1,000 Naira. So it's basically very, very cheap. Okay, so this is the first free editing app that you can use. It's called Vlogit by Filmora. And because I'm not going to log in, I'm just going to explore as guest. It says only logged in users get access to our full. But what you basically find is it's going to tell you to choose from camera or to choose from library. So when you choose camera, it's going to start recording, but when you choose from library, it's going to allow you to go pick a video from library. So let's say I want to pick this video right here. As many as videos you choose, you will start seeing them down here on your screen. And then once you are done, just click this red button, and then it adds all of them to your timeline for you to now edit. So listen here. Go to my phone when I'm recording on a mobile. When I talk about lighting, the idea is that if I stand in front of this light, I don't get to have. Now, as you can hear, it's basically working. This is where you adjust audio. You can add soundtrack if you want to. If you want to pick soundtrack from your device, this is where you come to pick soundtrack from your device. But this is a really, really interesting app that you can use, and it's basically free. The second app that I'm going to show you is called Filmora Go. And Filmora Go is basically created by the people who created Vlogit. Just that this one is a more advanced part of the app. Create new video. You come to where you have your videos and then select video. Once you have video, it allows you to add. So you can click add here, and then you can go back, choose another video from anywhere you have your videos, and then what add as well. You can see that it shows 2 here. Once you are done, you just click next, and then it adds it to your timeline for you to be able to edit. This video 1, you can edit, you can do anything you want to do. This is video 2, you can edit and do anything you want to do to that as well. I'm going to recommend is called Camera MX, and Camera MX Filmora has a lot of advanced stuff that you can do with it. Now, once you are done recording and editing your videos, the next thing you want to do is to upload your videos to YouTube. And you still want to be able to do this on your mobile device, on your smartphone. So how can you do that? There are 2 apps that I recommend that you use as well. And the apps are basically from YouTube. The first app is called the normal YouTube app. Of course, the YouTube app allows you to upload your videos. Only that the YouTube app may not be able to do a lot of things that you want to do. So the second app that you will now need to get will be YouTube Studio. YouTube Studio allows you to adjust things like thumbnail. It allows you to put tags, allow you to put a lot of things that will make your video a lot more interesting. So YouTube Studio does that. Plus, it lets you see your analytics. So it lets you see what's going on with your videos, how much people are watching your videos, what people are saying. Even when you have comments on your video, you can reply from inside YouTube Studio. So YouTube Studio lets you manage if you run a channel. It lets you manage your channel from one simple app. Now that I've given you the courage and the necessary insight you need to lead with more influence and to create good videos on YouTube, what if you are not the type of person who likes to show your face on camera? That is, you don't want to really show your face on camera, but you still want to be able to produce good videos on YouTube. That is what I'm going to cover in the next video that I'm going to share with you. So this will be the best time for you to go ahead and subscribe to this channel right now so that you can actually get that. With that said, I am Daya Samuel again, representing Audacity to Lead TV. I'm going to see you in the next video.